I made some more progress today. I have got the tool head on, finally. I'm using tap again, so levels the bed by the nozzle actually touching the bed, which lifts the tool head up, which an optical sensor in the back detects when it lifts up, so it knows that it's touched the bed. The cable for that I have to double check. Cable for that I plugged into the plug here, which per the LDO wiring guide for the Voron 2.4 revision C says this is where the inductive probe or the clicky probe goes. Well, this is the Voron Chaoticlab CNC tap probe. And you might be able to see there's 3 wires. There's red, black, and a blue. And the way those wires are set up out of the box, I believe are a mismatch for this PCB that comes with the LDO kit. LDO kit is labeled with power being at the bottom, signal in the middle, ground at the top, whereas this cable that comes off of the tap had power at the top, signal in the middle, and ground at the bottom. So I reversed the wires, and that should be correct, but I need to double check that just to be sure. So the only other things you can really see, this is the thermistor for the heater block. And then you can kind of see down there the 2 white wires going into a screw terminal block. That is for the cartridge heater. So right now it's just heater thermistor, and the tap. Now what you can't see is this blue part has another PCB that attaches to this one. And that PCB has wires for this fan, right, the hot end fan, the parts cooling fan, and the LEDs. There's an LED under here, here, and right there. So all those are wired up to a small PCB that kind of goes diagonal behind this fan. And then that PCB has a header that plugs into this. So that's all set up. Excuse me. Other thing I did is the LED lights. You can see LEDs under there. Each one of these is a separate printed piece. So there's, I forget how many, like 18 or so going down each side. Then there's a wire. It goes under the extrusion with a black extrusion cover that helps hold it up there. Then the wire runs all the way under here with another plastic extrusion cover that goes underneath. Wires from this side come off. There's a small section of the extrusion cover here to tuck the wires under there, and they all end up in that little PCB back there. So you've got 2 fans coming in, and then you've got the positive and negative wires coming out. That again, here's that black extrusion cover, just pushes in, and the wire goes all the way down to the bottom. And then this is a LDO slightly modified part that has a bump out down there for wire clearance. As the wires, when they get down to here, they hop over the extrusion and go down underneath to be plugged into the controller board. But Currently they are just here. I won't flip it upside down, but I've started wiring it upside down. Well, on its side. These wires are for the AB motors. So there's one on one side, one on the other. I am waiting for printed part LDO specific for the revision C. This is the generic part from the Voron team that's supposed to hold multiple Wago connectors. The LDO kit comes with just 2 Wago connectors, and they're smaller than the official Voron documentation, so they don't fit right in here. And it comes with a place to plug 2 wires in, and that doesn't fit because it's got the solder joints on the back which stick out and run into the plastic there, and there's no holes to bolt it on. So there's a specific piece that I didn't get that hopefully won't take too long to get here for the Voron LDO kit revision C. So until I get that, I can't put the bed on. So I'm stuck with the bed until I get that part. And next I also have to figure out how I'm going to route the wires from the tool head. Like I said, everything kind of plugs into this, and then this has, I believe it's a 14-pin header and a 2-pin header that come off of it and normally would go to a cable chain connected to this bracket here. However, carbon fiber gantry doesn't accommodate for the cable chain that would run along this direction. So it's set up to use an umbilical, so the wires would come off of here, go up, and go down to here. I think it's here. I think it's right here. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So I haven't decided, am I going to wire everything in the bottom of the machine and have the wires coming up and then figure out how long they are and how I'm going to handle it, or figure out how I'm going to handle it from this end to eventually get down below. Yeah. One step at a time. So yeah, today, LED lighting and the tool head, which, very happy. It seems to be taps away really nice, and so far the wires are fitting under there without a problem. It's not bulging this out or anything. Able to cram them inside the free space in these different sections here. So that's it. Short update, but pretty good progress, I think, that I've actually got my tool head finally on. I have not trimmed these belts yet. These definitely need to be trimmed back, because if you don't, I smack into stuff over here. So yeah, they need to be cut way back so the tool head can go all the way over. So that's it.